Well, I'm back from my first ever trip to the OU Texas version of the Cotton Bowl. To say that I had a good time would probably be the truth. It was a lot of fun. I had we took a trip down there with Bentley Hedges, and it was a good time. The game itself wasn't as I would have wanted it to go, but got to see some celebrities like former WWHOFer good old JR Jim Ross. Got to see the Midway for the first time. Got to see former Oklahoma Sooner Caleb Bushyhead, who did a play-by-play for with Toby Rowland for our baseball broadcasts. He was out there, and I saw a friend of mine that you guys might not know of, but I do. Chris Lockwood, a very good friend of mine, who I still love and know and respect as a fellow Christian. First of all, before I even start with this, I have to let you know that I do these videos because I like doing the videos. I enjoy doing them, and I will not stop doing them. I do not do it to trash talk. I do not do it to any of that. I do it with massive respect to both teams. Obviously I favor myself towards Oklahoma because that's who I love and that's who my passion's for. But I mean, I don't mean to degrade or downgrade or discredit or however you want to say any team of any way, shape, or form. So if I have done that, I'm sorry. If I do that in the future, I'm sorry. Let me know and I'll try to change. But I got one Longhorn fan that didn't like my pregame, I guess, because basically he didn't watch it. He saw the intro to it and typed what he thought, and he didn't watch the video itself. So if you're gonna do that, please watch the video yourself, or just use the old terminology of if you can't say anything nice, don't say anything at all. Because I don't think that I said anything mean or degrading towards the Longhorn Nation. And like I said, if I did in my pregame video, I'm extremely sorry for that, and I'll do my best to excuse me, not let that happen again. As far as the game itself, the 12th ranked Sooners ended the game with 20 points as the favored team. The Longhorns finished with 36 points as the unranked team, making the 1996 loss to that man right there, James Allen. That one was won in overtime by Oklahoma, when Oklahoma was just beat up. They were 0-4 in the league. They weren't a great team that year. This time, I think the Texans might turn this thing around. You never know with 2 losses. But back to the game at hand. The statistics were weighed towards the University of Texas in this matchup. The passing statistics in the game, passing, Blake Bell was the leading passer for our Sooners. He had 133 yards in the air, 0 touchdowns, and critical 2 interceptions that both led to scores. And Case McCoy had a $190 in the air, 2 touchdowns, and a pick 6. The leading rusher for the Oklahoma Sooners, Trey Millard, had another good game tonight. He had 7 carries for 33 yards and a couple of blocks in there, I'm sure. And a hurdle job, I think, tonight too. But Texas's Jonathan Gray Oklahoma had a baseball player, Jonathan Gray, who was just dominant and very good and helped Oklahoma finally win the baseball version. Well, the football version also goes to Jonathan Gray, and the University of Texas is Jonathan Gray. He had 29 carries for 229 yards, or 28 yards, and 2 touchdowns. The leading receivers for each side, LaColton Bester, 5 catches for 70 yards last night and 0 touchdowns. Jackson Shipley, 5 catches, 59 yards and 0 touchdowns. The leading defensive statistical men for both sides, the University of Texas, Mr. Adrian Phillips had 9 tackles for UT. And probably, in my opinion, Oklahoma's best defensive player last night or yesterday, if you could give a defensive MVP out, even though you lose the team by 16 points, it would have to go to Dominic Alexander. As a true freshman, going out there his first time in, first big, what you would call, quote-unquote, rivalry series, goes out and plays his heart out for the team, grabs up a whole 19 total tackles for Oklahoma. The University of Texas and the University of Oklahoma kicking games were both those were both even. 2 for 2 for Michael Honeycutt, the OU kicker, and 3 for 3 for Anthony Farah, the kicker out of Texas. Honeycutt's 2 field goals were a 34-yarder, and a 37-yarder was his longest of the night. On the other side, the Anthony Farah hooked in 3 field goals, a 31-yarder, a 43-yarder to end the first half, and a 50-yarder in the second quarter of the game. 3 for 3. Jed Barnett was the leading punter for Oklahoma. 6 attempts. Did pretty good there. 46.3 points per average, which means about 50 yards a punt, long of 52, and one of them laid inside the 20-yard line. Anthony Perry was the other kicker for Texas. 3 punts, 31 yards an average. 35 was his long, and 1 laid inside the 20-yard line. So field position just killed Oklahoma in this ballgame, as you can see. Scoring-wise, Anthony Farah hit the shortest of his 3 field goals, 31-yarder, with 10:13 left to put Texas on the scoreboard 3-0 in the first quarter. Michael Honeycutt hit a little bit of a longer field goal than that, 34 yards, to tie the game up at 3-2-3, with 6:53 left in the first quarter. Then came the first of 2 turnovers for the University of Oklahoma, and Blake Bell's first major turnover of the year, and it came off a Blake Bell pass that's intercepted by Chris Whaley, who returned it 31 yards to put the Longhorns back on top 10-3, and Texas would never look back from that lead. But we'll go to the second quarter. In the second quarter, Texas gets the ball back and scores another touchdown. Case McCoy finds Marcus Johnson with 8:46 left, increasing their lead to 17-3 at that point. With 3:22 left and the ball back, that's when Anthony Farah hit his 50-yard field goal to make it 20-3 with 3:22 left in the half. But not to be outdone, Damian Williams runs in a 3-yard touchdown run with 1:06 left to knock the lead back to 10 points. This comes after a big kick return by Roy Finch, number 22 for the Oklahoma Sooners. And Anthony Farah, his third field goal of 43 yards was hit with absolutely no time left in the second quarter, putting back the lead 23-10. Texas up by 13 at intermission. The Sooners did come out of intermission with the football, and they were determined to make the lead back to 10, and they did that. When Michael Honeycutt hits a 37-yard field goal with 11:08 left, 23-13 was your score at this point. Then came a very good punt by Jed Barnett, one of his 6 punts. His second punt to land inside the 20-yard line, but it's picked up by Dehay Johnson, and Dehay returns it 85 yards for a punt return touchdown. 7:22 left, 30-13. Texas is just ahead in this ballgame. Later in the game, Case McCoy hits a 38-yard touchdown to Mike Davis with 21 seconds left to end the third quarter, increasing the lead to 36-13. The reason why it's 36 instead of 37 is the PAT, point after, was blocked. Aaron Colvin picked it up, but was stopped at about the 30-yard line. So could not return it for 2. On the ensuing drive, Oklahoma gives them up 3 and out. So Texas gets the ball back, and Case McCoy throws a pick 6 to Geno Grissom, the defensive end, with 10:07 left in the fourth quarter. Final score of 36-20 is the final score of the Red River Shootout in this year of 2013. 2 major injuries to discuss here. Aaron Colvin, after the pickup of the block PAT, later in that game in the fourth quarter, he went out with a leg injury, as did Tyrus Thompson. When Oklahoma got the ball back and had an opportunity to make it an 8-point game on that drive, Tyrus Thompson had to leave the game with a leg injury. Hype of the game. There wasn't a lot to get hyped up about, but they did cut the lead to within 10 when Damian Williams led in a 3-yard touchdown run with 1:06 left to go in the first half, making it 20-10 at that point.